the jumper, the snake and the queen need the pill. And no, this ain't Hollywood. And God knows I love that town a little more than I should. And 'cause I've got this fire in my belly, where it's hard and to put it out at night. And I never meant you all to worry. I'm just a harmless firefly. I'm just a harmless firefly. The critter, the hoser, and blink too. The majumba, the snake, and McQueen need the pill. Yeah, they know this ain't Hollywood. And God knows I love that town a little more than I should. And 'cause I
When I have moved beyond you in the adventure of life, gather in some pleasant place, and there remember me with spoken words, old and new. Let a tear fall if you will, but let a smile come quickly, for I have loved the laughter of life. Do not linger too long with your solemnities. Go and eat, and when you can, follow a woodland trail, climb a high mountain, walk along the lake shore, and chew the thoughts of some book which challenges your mind. Use your hands some bright day to make a thing of beauty or to lift someone's heavy load. Though you mention not my name, though no thought of me crosses your mind, I shall be with you. For these have been the realities of my life for me. And when you face some crisis with anguish, and when you walk alone with courage, and when you choose your path of right, I shall be very close to you. I have followed the valleys, and I have climbed the heights of life. Dale was such a kind-hearted man who loved his family and his friends very much, but has left way too soon. He will be missed forever by all of those who knew him and loved him. Today is a sad day, not for Dale, but for you and the loss that you are feeling. Dale has left a place in this world that can never be replaced. My name is Anne, and it is an honor and a privilege to be asked to be here this morning with the Burrows and the Rutledge families to honor and celebrate the life of a good and fun-loving man who has meant so much to all of you. Let me express the family's gratitude for your presence and support these last few days. In times like these, nothing takes the place of family and friends. It is important to show our love and respect for Dale and now support his family as they travel this very difficult journey in the next days and weeks and months ahead. Dale left this life earlier this week, but his happy and uplifting way, his sense of humor, and just being Dale made a difference and will continue to do so as long as each of you remember him in your hearts and carry the lessons of his life with you. We are here today with you to bear witness to your loss. You were faithful and vigilant guardians of his life. And though the road these past few weeks has been difficult, you've been blessed by having his presence in your life. We are here today with full hearts and numb minds, and there are no words to express the mixture of feelings that surrounds each person here. There is sadness for ourselves because this good man who has always been a part of your lives is no longer. There is joy for Dale because his life is now complete, free from pain, and there are other mountains out there for him to climb and roads to travel and clouds to touch. And there is gratefulness that his life was part of your lives to guide and to teach and to love. The hole in the world where Dale used to be will feel especially large and daunting to his family as they travel this journey of loss and grief. The journey of grief is long, and no one should have to walk it alone. I ask friends here today to commit yourself to being present with Jess and Alexis and the entire family in the coming weeks and months as they find ways to live without their special husband, father, son, brother, grandson, nephew, uncle, and of course a dear friend to many. Each of you has a special Dale story, or maybe two. Find a time soon to share it with the family. Call or email or write a note to let them know that Dale will be missed and that you are thinking of them. Love is one of the most powerful things in this world, and it is in part because of love that we grieve so hard. Grief is huge, and sometimes it takes up so much space in our hearts that it feels like there's no room for anything else. But love is greater. It is important to remember that you are grieving because you love Dale so much. To truly love another human being is a beautiful gift that in the end is far sweeter than the bitter taste of death. We're going to have some memories that will be shared now, and so if his friends Mike, Dane, and Dave could come forward, and there they are.
It didn't matter what we were doing or where we were going or how excited I was. Dale was always more excited than everybody else. He was so excited to do everything, no matter what it was or what we were up to. It was like we've been saving up for our whole lives to do it, and the day was finally here. My name is Mike Hamilton. Dale is a dear and close friend of mine and my family. And thank you for coming here today to celebrate the life of Dale, a great friend, an amazing husband, an amazing father, a grandson, a son, a brother, a nephew, a cousin, an uncle, the uncle, and the many other roles he plays in people's lives. You've all suffered an incredible loss of someone near and dear to you, and you have my sincerest and deepest condolences for your loss. There's only one way for us all to get through this, and that's through togetherness. Stay together, comfort one another, find someone to talk to if you need to talk, or be a listening ear for someone who needs support. Look out for one another and don't push anyone away. I know how hard this is for everyone. Trust me, I do. But we need to stay together and help each other get through this, and that's because that's what Dale would want. Dale actually believed there was more to life after we pass, and that we have another purpose, and that we're going to go somewhere else. So I like to think that Dale's gone off on another adventure. If you ever have had the opportunity of going on an adventure with Dale to a concert or a UFC event, that's exactly what it was. It was an adventure. There was no stone unturned. The only way to describe going to a concert with Dale is if you've ever seen the movie Home Alone, where they're all running through the airport late for the flight. That's what it was like for us, trying to keep up to Dale, bullying his way through thousands of people, telling the rest of us to hurry up because he had things he wanted to do and we're going to do them. No stone unturned. Dale is a dreamer, and when he had an idea, he acted on it. And one of his dreams at a young age was learning how to play the guitar, and that had a huge impact on his life. He was in many bands throughout the years and created relationships with hundreds of people through music. He was extremely good at it. More than once, he'd been sourced out by a band wanting him to join them, not only for his skills as a musician, but for his character. You could count on Dale. The characteristic that stood out most to me was leadership. He was a natural leader, a leader within his family, a leader in his hobbies, a leader at work, and a leader in his home. Dale is a well-respected musician in our community and well-respected in his occupation. He's the kind of person that you want leading your team. Dale's favorite occupation was being a father and a husband. Back in the day when he decided he was going to get Jess, and he was, there was nothing that was going to stop him. I remember those days in the old house listening to his plots and plans and schemes of how he was going to run into you, and then what he was going to say when he saw you. It was true love, and he was going to stop at nothing to get you, and you've had some great times together and created a great life and a great home and a wonderful daughter, his pride and joy, Alexis, who he loves with all his heart, who he talked about constantly. He loved everything you guys did together. He's a very proud father, very proud. I'll always remember the way he looked at you when he first brought you home. It was the best thing that's ever happened to him. He was so scared and nervous and proud. He will be with you forever. He may have even been with us last Saturday when you scored that goal, because I don't even think I can shoot a puck that hard. And you may have gotten that God-given talent from him. He could hit a golf ball like nobody's business. People used to actually stop and watch him drive. He could hit the ball so far. I remember one time we were at Kincardine, and we teed off behind an old couple. And Dale's patience maybe wasn't one of his attributes. And by the third hole, Dale's patience was gone. And he says, if they're not going to let us play through, let's just hit over them on the fourth. And then we'll just drive past them and they won't even know. And I'm like, no, we are not doing that. So he talks me into it. He blasts one all the way to the green, and he's on the fringe in one shot. And I'm up next, and I roll my drive right up to these old folks. And I say, see, I knew we shouldn't have done this, and now I got to go face them and go get my ball. And he turns and smiles and said, well, you should have hit it further. Dale really was a good friend. I remember back in the day when I didn't have any money, Dale would take me out and pay for everything. And he just wanted to hang out with me that bad. We were that good of friends. And he wouldn't ask for a dime in return, and he didn't want me to pay him back. And if you know anything about how cheap Dale and Dan are, you know how much that meant to me. Dale showed us how to love deeply and live fully, and that's something we can carry with us every day. Though we miss him, we're not alone. We have each other, and we have the love that he gave. Find peace knowing that his life has touched so many. And whenever you hear a good song on the radio, or you're down by the lake, or anytime you're west of Queen Street, cottage country he used to call it, think of Dale, and remember his energy and his love for life, and he won't be forgotten.
Today, we're here to say goodbye to someone who meant more to me than I can ever fully put into words. My best friend, my brother in music, loving husband, son, and impeccable father. From the very beginning, music was the language we shared. It wasn't just something we listened to, it was something we lived. We spent countless hours playing together, chasing the perfect sound, getting lost in riffs, rhythms, and lyrics that somehow always said exactly what we couldn't. Those moments weren't just practice or performances, they were pieces of a friendship we built together. Some of my favorite memories aren't big, grand moments, they're the simple ones. Late nights sharing riffs, sharing music back and forth, feelings, and songs that felt like they belonged only to us. We also shared many concert experiences that we would reminisce about over many years. We didn't just play or listen to music, we felt it, and we felt it together. Some of our most memorable and greatest times spent together were having epic dinners, conversing, and listening to our latest, most favorite new music. We collectively felt so much elation in these get-togethers, and even the shortest time spent together meant so much to us. Dale's thoughtfulness and benevolence brought him and I closer together in even our hardest of times, which is the ultimate testament to his character and kind, empathetic demeanor. Dale had a way of bringing kindness and thoughtfulness to everyone around him, whether it was musically, at work, or just spending time together one-on-one. He carried a kind of energy that made everything brighter. He reminded me why we started playing and shared a common bond in the first place. Not for perfection, not for recognition, but for the joy of it. And that's what I'll carry with me forever. Even though he's gone, his music isn't. It's in every song we played, every chord we hit, every memory we made. It lives on in all of us who were lucky enough to hear it, to feel it, and to share in it. I'll miss him more than words can say, but I'll never lose him. Because every time I pick up an instrument, every time a song hits just right, I'll hear him. I'll feel him there beside me like he always was. Thank you, my friend, for the music, for the memories, and for a friendship that will never fade. Rest easy, Dale. Your song goes on.
I'm the only one that needs glasses here, right? Alrighty. Today we gather to celebrate the life of our dear friend Dale, a devoted husband to Jess, a proud father to Alexis, and one of the most genuine, good-hearted men I've ever known. Dale was a rock for his family. He poured his heart into being a husband and a father, always putting Jess and Alexis first. His love for them was quiet but steady, the kind you can count on no matter what. Jess, he cherished you deeply. Alexis, you were his rock, his favorite. When you were born, his eyes, as Mike said, lit up the whole world. He'll be always watching over you, and he's your biggest supporter. Oh, oops, I hate technology. For over 20 years, Dale was a well-respected operator at Bruce Power. He showed up every day with skill, reliability, and that calm confidence that made others look up to. Whether at work or in life, Dale was the guy that you wanted on your team. Outside of work, Dale had a gift that brought joy to everyone around him. He was one of the best shredding guitar players I've ever known. When Dale picked up the guitar and started playing, the room would light up. He had a way of making music that felt effortless and full of his soul. Those nights of music, laughter, and good companies are memories I'll cherish forever. Dale also had a special talent on the golf course, not just with his swing, but with his ability to find his golf ball wherever it landed. One day, Dale and I, we were out, and as Mike said, he's known for his driving abilities. So we decided to cut a corner of a golf course, this 500-yard hole that Dale thought he can get in at least one by cutting it in half. So I followed him. We ended up in some tall fescue grass. The fescue grass, if you know, it's about that tall, and you can't even see your toes in it. All of a sudden, after a few minutes, I heard Dale said, "Found mine." Then seconds later, "Found yours too." I couldn't believe it. He found both of ours in that thick grass where I couldn't even see my feet. He hit his ball, and when I walked up to mine, he pointed out to me. He said, "It's right over there." I looked at it, and it wasn't mine. Dale had quietly dropped a ball for there to help me out. From that day on, which is kind of ironic, I called him the Easter Bunny, dropping eggs all over the golf course. Because even when things looked lost, Dale would somehow make you sure that you found what you needed. Oh, that story captures what Dale was. Always looking out for people around him, even in small, funny ways. He was generous with his time, his help, his laughter. He made life a little brighter and a little easier for everyone lucky enough to know him. Dale, we're going to miss your smile, your music, pardon my French, your steady presence, and yes, even your sneaky Easter Bunny moves on the golf course. I'm going to have to find my own balls from now on in. Thank you for being such a great friend, a loving husband, and a proud father to Jess and Alexis. Dale loves you, and Dale's love for you was one of the clearest things in his life. Hold on to those memories, the music, the laughter you shared. He may be gone from our sight, but the love he gave will never leave you. Rest easy, my friend. We love you. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Now, we're going to have Alexis come forward.
It's really hard to do, but I guess I'll do it anyways. Hello, my name is Alexis Burrows. I am the only daughter of my father, Dale Burrows. I am here to speak about my dad today. He came into my life when I was born and stayed through it. My dad always wanted to do a lot with me, and he also taught me so much. How to swim, how to skate, taught me so much more that I wish that he was still able to, if he was here. He was way too young to be gone this fast. My dad should have been given so much more time to do it, to do all the things he planned and wanted. It feels so different every day to wake up, go to bed, and realize my dad is gone and won't come home. And we won't see him until the day we go to heaven and get to meet our loved ones again. It always hits me that my dad won't be here for my grade 8 graduation, high school graduation, when I go to college, and be there to walk me down the aisle at my wedding, and not meet my kids. I know we all miss him, even if you may not have known him a lot. I'm going to tell you something that you may not have heard during these hard weeks. It's not just a goodbye. It's not goodbye. It's a see you later. When you know it, you'll be back with Dale and your loved ones. But just not now, someday. Thank you, Dad. Love you so much. I'll see you someday.
Okay. What a strong and brave girl. We'll all take a deep breath. Each of you here today has your own memories and thoughts of Dale. And when you are together, share with each other these stories. Do not be afraid to say his name and say it often. There will be genuine smiles and laughter and gratitude for the memories that he has given to each of you that can never be taken away. In the next days and weeks, and as you have a moment of quiet time or you hear the music that he loved, close your eyes and remember all that Dale has meant to you. Remember Dale for being born in Oakville, but he was raised here in Kincardine, where at that time everyone knew everyone else, and that can be good or bad. I am sure that there are a few stories that can be told and probably a few that maybe shouldn't be told. Remember Dale for meeting the beautiful Jessica Rutledge, and after a few years of being together, he carefully planned and organized a surprise engagement. And almost 15 years of marriage, the rest, they say, is history. Together, they provided a loving home for their daughter, Alexis. Remember Dale for his love of music, any kind of music. He was a talented singer and a fantastic guitar player. And since his high school days, he played with different bands and touring across Canada. Remember Dale for his love of playing hockey growing up and golfing with his daughter and with many family and friends, or just hanging out in the pool or the hot tub. Often there were many friends and family around his house, and he loved to barbecue and especially tasting different sauces. I was told that he loved food. Remember Dale for being strong-willed and determined and always doing things 100%. But he was also very kind and happy and uplifting to those around him, quick with a friendly wave or a big smile and his good sense of humor. He would talk to anyone, I was told, and that he met, and once he met you, he became your friend. And I can see that he had many friends here today. He especially appreciated how they supported him and were there for him in these last few weeks. But most of all, remember Dale for the love that he had for his family, his life partner, Jess, and the special daddy's girl, Alexis. They are his girls. Remember Dale for the courage that he had to face his illness as best as he could, and he fought hard for as long as he was able. He passed away the other day knowing that he was surrounded by the love of his family who had gathered together. He was loved and he will be missed. Remember him with love and a smile whenever you think of him, and the memories of Dale are yours to keep in your heart, and they can never be taken from you. If I should ever leave you, whom I love, to go along the silent way, grieve not, nor speak of me with tears, but laugh and talk of me as if I was beside you there. And when you hear a song or see a bird I love, please do not let the thought of me be sad, for I am loving you just as I always have. You were so good to me, and there are so many things I want to do, so many things I wanted to say to you. Remember that I did not fear. It was just leaving you that was so hard to face. We cannot see beyond, but this I know, I loved you so. 'Twas heaven to be with you. The separateness and uniqueness of each human life is the basis of our grief. And look through the whole world and there will be no one like Dale, but he still lives on in your memories. And though no longer a visible part of your lives, he will always remain a member of your family and part of your circle of friends through the influence that he has had on you and the special part that he played in all of your lives. What an incredible legacy he has left to each of you. And nothing that can be said can begin to take away the anguish and the pain of these moments. Grief is the price we pay for love. Grief is not just an emotion, it is an unraveling, a space where someone once lived but now is gone. It carves through you, leaving a hollow ache where love once resided. In the beginning, right now, it feels unbearable, like a wound that will never close, but over time the raw edges will begin to mend. The pain will soften, but the imprint always remain, a quiet reminder of what once was. And the truth is, you never truly move on. You move with it. The love you had does not disappear, it transforms. It lingers in the echoes of laughter, in the warmth of old memories, in the silent moments where you still reach for what is no longer there, and that is okay. Grief is not a burden to be hidden. It is not a weakness to be ashamed of. It is the deepest proof that love existed, that something once beautiful existed and touched your life. So let yourself feel it. Let yourself mourn and let yourself remember. There is no timeline, no right way to grieve. Even within the same family, grieving is different. And some days will be heavy and some will feel lighter, and some moments will bring unexpected waves of sadness, while others will fill you with genuine gratitude for the love that you were lucky enough to experience. Honor your grief, for it is sacred. It is a testament to the depth of your heart, and in time, through the pain, you will find healing. Not because you have forgotten, but because you have learned how to carry both love and loss together. Grief, I've learned over the years, is really just love. It's all the love that you want to give, but you cannot. All that unspent love gathers up in the corners of your eyes, that lump in your throat, and that hollow part in your chest. Grief is love with no place to go. Love and grief are part of us, just as Dale remains a part of you for the rest of your life. This pain can be lessened by being surrounded by family and friends and by being able to talk about Dale. Do that this afternoon. Share stories. Celebrate Dale's life. Losing a family member or a friend leaves an empty place in our hearts. Let us pray for the comfort and peace for Jess and Alexis, for his mom and dad, his sister and brothers, and the entire family, and for everyone here. Let us pray. Compassionate and gracious Jesus, we lift the family and friends of Dale Burrows up to you. Touch them with your mighty hand and help them to find healing in you. Wrap your arm of love around them so that they may not be filled with grief. May they seek you daily for comfort and support. And may the fond memories they shared with Dale remind them of the love that you have had for them. Protect the family that has been left behind and remind them to live in unity. Fill their hearts with the assurance that your servant is in your presence. In Jesus' name, amen. Let us honor Dale and ourselves by loving and living. Let us make a special forever place within your hearts for the blessing of Dale, where he will reside forever. My love and thoughts and prayers are with each of you at this time, and I know that all of our hearts here unite in love for the entire family who have lost so much. May you know that you are not alone. Do not judge a song by its duration, nor by the number of its notes. Judge it by the richness of its contents, and sometimes those unfinished are among the most poignant. Do not judge a song by its durations, nor by the number of its notes. Judge it by the way it touches and lifts the soul. Sometimes those unfinished are the most beautiful. And when someone has enriched your life, and when his melody lingers on in your hearts, is it finished or is it endless? When we are finished here today, everyone is invited to the Kincardine Legion for a time of refreshment and fellowship. There will be a private family interment at the cemetery, and the family will join you shortly, so just head over to the Legion. Please join the family and share stories with them. As we have had to learn in the last few days that life is precious and that you must live each day to its fullest. Dale has been blessed by his life, his family, and his friends. And when I was with the family the other day, I thought of all that they were telling me, and I thought of these words. And after listening to the boys the other day, or this morning, it's kind of what you said. I just want to tell you, I finally made it here. I've heard about this place my whole life, but I have to tell you, beautiful is an understatement. The views are absolutely stunning, the colors unreal. I journeyed here alone, but it doesn't feel as such. So warm, so inviting, a reunion that was absolutely amazing, a feeling of comfort and complete fulfillment. Truly at peace, I am home. And I have no reason to feel anything other than pure happiness and love for you. Know the tears you shed when you miss me are temporary. The pain, it is only temporary. For this home is yours too. I just got here ahead of you, that's all. Nobody ever knows when it is their time to be called home. So for now, you have just more living to do. Take in those sunsets, breathe in the crisp autumn air, taste the salt of the ocean, and listen to the rain as you fall asleep. There is still joy to be had. Tuck me into your heart. Move forward with our memories. Take those steps and picture me cheering you on and smiling when you smile. I want nothing more than for you to smile. Keep on taking those steps. Oh, I know there must be heavy days coming, but for each day you get closer to my doorstep, and the reunion will be amazing when I am the first to welcome you home. Dale, you are so deeply loved. You are in our hearts and in our minds, and we will carry you with us as we move forward with our lives. Everything that you have done is still done. Everyone you love is still loved. Everything that we've learned from you is still learned. And so we will let you pass from this world from which you did so much and for which you continue to do. We will hold you close within us, and there that you will remain to be with us throughout our lives until we meet again. And as for now, we hold your memory in our hearts and send you on your final journey. May you forever rest in peace with the certain knowledge that our love goes with you. For this, we say thank you and goodbye.
Darkness that I lay, depression heavy in its way. Now my body aches to leave. I sing this final eulogy. My sons, I love you evermore. And though the road beckons once more, I see the damage that I've done and search for redemption. But I am just a broken man whose soul cries out to understand how the madness shatters me. Up on the stage on bended knee, I scream aloud at skies above that answer mute, bereft in love. I struggle not to fall from grace. I sing the hymns of my disgrace. We build cathedrals to our pain, establish monuments to attain freedom from all the scars and the sins, lest we drown in the darkness within. has waned eternally. An empty man pass along. The wolves of all religions wrong. And now the shadowed veil falls. Heed the clarion call, so pray to music, build a shrine. Worship in these desperate times. Fill your heart with every note. Cherish it and cast a flow, 'cause God is in these clef and tone. Salvation is found alone, haunted by its melody. Music, it will set you free. Set you free. We build cathedrals to our pain, establish monuments to attain freedom from all of the scars and the sins. Lest we drown in the darkness within. We build cathedrals to wipe pain, establish monuments to attain freedom from all of the scars and the sins. Lest we drown in the darkness within, we build cathedrals to our pain, establish monuments to attain freedom from all of the scars and the sins. Lest we drown in the darkness within.